Hello everyone, I'm going to talk about the level of detail. Uh, you may notice in the games when you move out from an object, it is changing a little bit the shape of the objects or it's disappearing, right? So these are the optimization technique that game developers are using. So as you see, this Tesla car has 5 level of details, and if I move close, you can see the quality is increasing, and if I am moving out, the quality of the model is decreasing. So let's jump into this topic. For the asset, you can get the assets from here, which is the 3D warehouse SketchUp. And if you search Tesla model, you can use this asset or other assets. I mean, the process is the same, but you can download it, and you can download as GLB file, and then this file is can be imported in the Blender easily. Yes, first, we need to apply all the modifiers. So here, if we see, for example, for the headlight, we apply the decimate, and for the other parts as well to get more optimized model. So what I'm gonna do is selecting the whole and then coming to the object, going to the convert and convert meshes. So it's applied all the modifiers now. Secondly, we need to combine the unnecessary meshes. So if you see, we have right now the different part that we don't need usually, because this increases the batch time and result in less optimized model, right? So what I'm gonna do is click on the body, right? And then if, for example, you click on this roof and then select, for example, the other part and then go to the, sometimes it's doesn't give you, right now it gave good result, but sometimes it doesn't give you the good results. So we need to be careful. So what I'm gonna do is, let's say I'm clicking on the body and then selecting the other part and go to join and Control J, right? Or simply Control J, right? So for the other part, except the wheels, because we want wheels as a separate object. Again, you can do similar. You see the number of triangles and faces, they are not changing. So if you want to see these statistics, then you should go here and then click on the statistics, right? So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna again join the other part, this one, the other one, also they need to join, right? So now we have, so these are the wheels. So for example, front left, rear left, rear right, front right. So now I have basically the body, right? And I have also the other parts, which are the wheels. So sometimes if yeah, I think it's, yes, sometimes it's, if you go to the item, then you see, for example, there are some rotations or there are some location changes, right? Or even the scale is 1000. So we need to apply all the transform. So as we see here, this third part is applying all the transform. So what you want to do is select, for example, the whole objects, and then go to the object, apply, and apply all transform, right? So if you apply all the transform, then if you go to the wheels, and then we see that the wheels, this origin point is here, right? But we don't want the origin point of the wheels here. For the body, it's here now, if you see, right? If I change it, then you can see the origin is changing, right? Or the wheels are changing the origin. But I don't want, for the wheels, I want to be origin here, so that the wheels can rotate later on in the rendering software like Unity, right? So for that, I'm gonna again click on the all objects and go through the fourth step, which is object set origin to geometry, right? So object and set origin and origin to geometry, right? So this will result the origin for the wheels here, and for the body the origin is here, right? Which is fine for us. And then we need to go now for the level of detail. It's ready. So we can create the level of details by ourselves, but it takes time, right? So what we can do is you can just search for this level of details, which is the easy LOD, right? You can just search it in the Google and it's coming up, and then I think it's here, or they have also, so the developers have video for that. So I think the link can be here, but you can find it or search it, right? So then you need to set a price, which is the 0 for now, and then download it, right? So you can just put your contact address, and then you can just simply download it, right? So once you download it, then let's say if, for example, I put so you can just now download it, and then once you click on the download, it will download as this file, right? So what you're gonna do is go to the edit and then preference, and then here install, and you can go to the download, and then it should be let's see why it's, yes, I need a zip, so I'm just downloading the zip file now. So let's go again here, install, and then yes, you can see this is the easy LOD zip. You can install the add-on, and then once it's installed, you can see that the add-on is there, right? So once you install the add-on, it will come here. Usually what you need to do is when you, for example, install some add-on, then you can come here and then save preferences. So the easy LOD is there. Now you need to click on the body, not the other part, because these wheels is just a picture, right? So what I'm saying is if for example, now I'm just showing you, this is just a picture on top of the not sure, yes, the normal is now set. It was not set, so I need to change it. So you can see just this is a picture, right? So we don't need LOD. LOD, level of details, is where we wanna see some changes in the meshes, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm opening the LOD, which is here. Then I'm gonna add it, and then you see the level of detail 0 is this one, 1 is this one, and 2 is this, 3 is this, 4 is this, and you can see the changes for the triangles. And so the process is the same for any other object. If you have for example, traffic light, if you have table, everything, you can also, using this approach, you can do that. So if for example this is the level of detail 5 is so mess, for example, like let's say this one, or maybe it's worse than this one, right? So you need to just change it to 3 point. Zero three, but that was also it's your choice, right? Then you can see it's a mess all around, right? It's not correct now. Something is wrong. So you need to press undo and then come here. And if you see this, the path is weird, right? It does has something. So what I'm gonna do is just copy and paste this path to here, right? And then click on the body and then export it. So instead of those paths, I have now a well-written path, right? So this will result, the model comes to the unity, which is the body, right? I'm going to set to the legacy and then put this model here. So that if you see now, if you see the model, so as I am, so you can see the level of detail. As I am gonna move it, then it changes, the level of detail is changed. Maybe for showing you, I'm changing the distance of this level of details to C. So yes, now if you see the camera is here, right? So as I'm moving, now you see that there is a big changes between the number of the triangles, right? And then if I move, then you can see it's changing, right? So if I just close, you can see. So in this way, we can decrease the quality of assets which are far, and we can increase the quality of that asset when we move close to that object, right? So with that aside, we did this part, and also one other part that we didn't do is exporting the wheels. So for that, also I need to go here and then drag this to open another window, and then go to the image editor or shader image editor, yes, and then here for these wheels, what I'm gonna do, go to the edit mode, and then again I need to go to maybe UV editor, yes, because I want to access to the same image. This is the image that we have, right? So I need to save it. So I'm gonna save this image to the same directory as the color, yes, and then also there should be a normal, which is this one. I'm gonna save it to normal, but in the same directory, right? So if I go to now in the Unity or the directory, basically we have the color and normal, right? So that now let's get back to just the object mode, and then I'm gonna click on the front left, go here and export as FBX, right? And then this should be, for example, the front. No, I need to get the directory again here, the same directory, because we are saving the files in the same directory, right? So here we need to do some selection. So the path mode is auto, which is fine, and this should be meshes. We are selecting just this object, right, this one, and then apply the transform. We don't need bake export. So if you go to so if you go here, then we can see the front left, the wheels is here, right? So again, similar thing for the other wheels. So these are all set now. Right. Okay, so now I have the wheels as well. I am just yes, for some of them I think I'm just selecting the wheels and now drag and drop to the body and put it as the child, right? So you can see the wheels here now. It's all set up, right? So the materials got already the normal and the base color. So sometimes there are some messes around with the model that you may come and see. For example, this is here. We can do some modifications, right? Which is it's not very so the reason for exporting this model is to see these type of issues. Let's say, for example, here we have some. Let me just delete this light. Maybe just it's too. Yes, let's say when we did some decimate, you can see there is some gaps here, right? So what I'm gonna do is go to the first LOD, which is this one, the base model, right? I'm gonna go here, and then even here it's clear that we have this gap, right? So this is the gap basically that we have here. So I'm gonna go to the edit, and then there is some snap or the magnetic something like sign, right? Magnetic sign, let's say, and press on the edges. So these edges I can do some subdivide, and then I can let's see whether we can go to the snapping tool or magnetic sign, right, and say edges. So now if I select it, maybe this one even was better. So I'm gonna do let's see whether this one is. I am pressing G to move it, right? or maybe yes, I guess this one was even we need to do some subdivide here basically, not that the other one. Then maybe the vertex is easier to change. So this magnetic is basically snapping the vertex to the closest one, the one that we want, right? There is still some big gap here, right? So these are the things that you might fix it down the road. This one. This one. So these are probably happened when we did some decimate or modifications. So once it's done, you need to do it for the other side as well, right? But I'm just skipping. Once it's done, then go to the object mode and then just export it again. It's already there, right? So it's updating in Unity, and you can see that that thing is not there anymore, right? So you need to do these type of things. If you see for the other side also, yes, there is a gap here, right? And there is a gap here. Let's start from this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm changing to the object mode, and then you see that there is a gap in between, right? So going to again to the mode, and then click on the snapping tool, vertex. So what I'm going to do is click on the X-ray, which I can see exactly what's going on. One tip for this thing is, let's say this, you see these are two vertex here which are separated. So if I click, then it's not clicking, right? So I need to go to the vertex mode and then select this one, G, this one, right? I think it's better for us to subdivide this one to maybe 3, 4, 7, right? So that we can select the vertices, and then okay, the other side also needs to be subdivided to 7, so that we can at least right. So where is this? Can I do it with the edge? Sometimes it's tricky. Yeah, edge is tricky, but so let's try it. You see, it's changing. The other part. No. Yes, they are. I think if you keep continuing, then it should be fine. Let's go back to the vertex again. This vertex, come here. Then any other vertices here? No. It's not it's not doing it the way that I want, because these are not in the similar. It's a little bit tricky, but maybe do some more subdivision here for this one, so that we can see at least the vertices, right? Yes, this was something that I was looking for, but it's too much, right? So let's try with less. Right now it's, let's go for example 10, this one 10, right? Now it's much better. So if you keep continuing this work, so I am fixing this part, right? So what I want to do is, if you see there is no gap now here, there is a gap here, right? We didn't fix this part, but so let's export it and then see in the Unity that the gap is now much better, right? So you can do the rest of the parts and also other parts, depends on how much you care about these gaps. Sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's just fine, right? Okay, so yeah, this is the tutorial for level of details. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much. Bye bye.